Hello 3D printing friends. Today on the BV3D channel I'm going to show you my top 5 favorite 3D printed dad jokes. I'm Brian and you are watching BV3D. This video is sponsored by PCBWay. More about them later. Hi, welcome back. Okay, so it's almost Father's Day, and in honor of that I wanted to show you my top 5 favorite 3D printed dad jokes. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you'll know that I'm a fan of dad jokes and corny puns. It turns out I'm not the only one. There are a lot of great 3D printable dad jokes and visual puns out there. Now, I wanted to get this video out so you'd still have time to print something for your favorite dad joker or punster. There are links for all the models in the description, so check there when you're done watching so you can download and print your favorites. And of course there are chapter markers so you can skip around and jump to the ones that interest you the most. So let's get right into them. This little gem is perfect for those times when you need to get something done, but the person who's supposed to do it just hasn't done it yet. They'll say, "Don't worry, it'll get done when I get around to it." Well, with this you can turn someday into today. Here you can say, "This is for you, and now that you've gotten a round to it, please get to it." You can find this model by physicalzero on printables.com, and by simply pausing your printer and swapping a different color filament at the right time, you can get the contrasting colors like you see here. Well, next, here's something you can use to get a laugh, or a groan, or an eye roll, or maybe all three, from your doctor or from your pet's veterinarian. You'll have to keep this one waiting for the right time, but if your vet says you need to bring in a stool sample, lead with this when you drop it off. It's probably best printed in brown because reasons. This stool sample is from designer Forks, and it's available on Thingiverse. This is a fun one from Becker Thorne on Printables. This is the "It has been 0 days without a dad joke" sign, and it even has a number plate you can change out. So if by some odd twist of fate your dad manages to avoid entertaining loved ones for an entire day with a well-timed pun, you can at least commemorate it with that 0-1 plate. Unfortunately for those with whom I share my life, this number tends to stay at 0-0 pretty much all the time because I tend to say things like this. You know, it really takes guts to be an organ donor. Time to reset the sign. This is the battery missile launcher by Nils on Printables, but I refer to it as the missile battery. Get it? Missiles? Battery? Maybe that joke is a bit off target. These are missiles after all, not hittles. You can print a version for AA batteries or AAA batteries, and this is the AA version. After I printed it out, the only thing I needed to complete it was, these, because batteries not included and all. I saw that my neighbor had some old dead batteries in his garage. I told him I needed them to load into this model for the video and asked him how much he wanted for them. But he wouldn't sell them to me. Instead, he gave all those dead batteries to me, free of charge. Oh, you didn't like that one? Well, in that case, allow me to present my favorite 3D printed dad joke, the at. This is my remix of a remix of a remix. Now, the one I remixed is at Dad Joke by TK42 Fun on Thingiverse, and theirs was remixed from at Walker Star Wars Legion scale by Macanulty Miniatures on Thingiverse, which itself was remixed from the at Walker model by Aidenanese on Thingiverse. My remix adds alignment pegs to connect the legs and the head to the body. You might need to sand or file the pegs a little bit if they're too tight, but they make it a lot easier getting the legs placed just right. I've got a big one on the shelf behind me, and that one's scaled up to 200% from normal size. I get asked about it a lot, and I wanted to make the version with the alignment pegs available, so as of today, you can head over to printables.com because that's where it's at. Any of these would make a great gift for a dad who has a deep appreciation of dad jokes on Father's Day, and I made sure to release this one early so you'd have a couple of weeks to get that done. And if your dad is into electronics or working on a project, he might enjoy checking out this video's sponsor, PCBWay. Whether it's manufacturing PCBs, providing machining services, sheet metal fabrication, or needing something printed in a specialty material, PCBWay can do that. Just upload your design files, select from a wide range of materials and colors and options, and place your order. Visit PCBWay.com to get started. Dad'll love it. Big thanks to everyone who supports the channel, whether with channel memberships or using the links in the description. And you'll also find links to all these models there. If you liked this one, give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing so you don't miss future videos. Well, 3D printing friends, that's about all the time we have for this one. And now that we're at the end, let's go print something cool.